Let's see. It's going through. Okay. So we should be on Facebook Live. We'll first start with a word of prayer, and Dr. Cobway will be opening us with a word of prayer.
All right, we bless God for being here and the opportunity just to be able to use this technology and to reach as long as can be reached. So at this point, we're going to pray. Father God, we thank you for your grace and your goodness. We thank you for your kindness. We thank you for the opportunity you've given us to be here. Your word said we should not despise the days of little big things. We thank you for your freedom. You are giving this vision to. We pray that as we need to discuss and all the presentations that will be made, we pray that you just watch over us. And we bring praise and honor to your name that we embrace who we are and whose we are. And that our culture will be something that we can live with and emulate in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. So I'm going to go over a brief welcome for the organization Liberia My Heritage. Liberia My Heritage is a nonprofit organization that was established in 2025 and is based in Massachusetts, USA. Our mission is to educate, preserve, and celebrate the Liberian culture by connecting children, youths, and individuals, especially those in the diaspora, to their heritage through education, cultural engagement, storytelling. We envision a future where Liberian culture, traditions, and history are preserved, honored, and proudly embraced by generations around the world, fostering a strong cultural identity, unity, and a lifelong connection to Liberia. So in support of this, we normally do an in-person annual Liberian Fest in Lowell, Massachusetts, where people of all ages learn about the Liberian history, explore and support the Liberian products, participate in traditional games, and enjoy authentic Liberian cuisine. This year, we decided to expand our outreach by launching online seminars to participants out of the state and abroad. In so doing, we invite Liberians who are passionate about the nation to share their knowledge and inspire others to take pride in our rich heritage. So today, we have two speakers that are going to be speaking to us. First, we have Jackson Weako, who is the founder and the CEO for the Liberian Language Institute, a nonprofit organization also committed to preserving, teaching, and promoting the Liberian languages and culture. He is also the founder of the PETA Project, which later on became the LLI, and a national effort to help the Liberians reconnect to their native languages. Jackson holds a PhD in uh, computation science and engineering from Koç University in Turkey. He's an educator and a researcher with international experience. His time living abroad exposed him to how other countries value their languages, inspiring him to help create a similar feature for Liberia. He have done amazing work at the LLI. He will be going over that. Jackson believed that the language is essential to identity, education, and national unity. He and his colleagues continue to work with communities in Liberia and the diaspora to keep Liberian languages alive. So without further ado, I now turn you over to Jackson Weako. So Jackson, you can take it from there.
Oh, okay. All right. Hello?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Fida, for the nice introduction. So just a minute, I'm trying to share my screen. Oh. Is it available now?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay. So thank you again. And I'm delighted to be able to share with you what we have been doing at the Liberian Language Institute. And
Yes.
as you said, I'm Jackson Weako.
Yes.
I'm one of the co-founders of the Liberian Language Institute.
Yes.
So basically, I'll be walking you through uh, our brief history, how the project started, where we are now, and where we intend to be uh, in the next maybe 5 to 10 years from now. It's a lifelong project. That's the good part of it about it. So with that, I have some slides here. I'm going to be sharing with you, and maybe towards the end, uh, also expect some questions, and we'll be glad to actually respond to them. Maybe the host can mute. I think some people are not mute there. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay. Sorry, I saw a kind of notification. So in 2015, I I was about to. I got a fellowship from the Scientific and Technological Research Council of Turkey to do a master program. So I started my MSc in 2015 at Kadir Has University that was in Istanbul. So uh, I have some colleagues. So basically, when I started, I have these were my two closer colleagues, Mohammed and Ayhan, and they were one who had to teach me the Turkish language. And at some point in time, they also asked me to teach them my native language. But there was a problem, I I could speak the language, but I couldn't actually write. At some point in time, they actually asked me, "Oh, can you come up with a name in your native language so we can name our WhatsApp group?" And I couldn't come up with any. I could come up with a name, but how do I spell that? But earlier on, I taught them how to say like, "How are you?" or "Good morning" in Pele. So they just wrote, "Okay, Kumani Joe Jackson." So that was the name they gave to the WhatsApp group. And there were other instances. For instance, my co-supervisor at one point during my birthday, because in our lab we have this tradition of celebrating everyone's birthday. So at one point in time, he asked me, "Oh, how do you say happy birthday in your native language?" So that was embarrassing. Also, I couldn't think of any word to say or any phrase to say, about happy birthday in my native language. So these experiences, actually, along with my colleague experiences also living abroad. For instance, if you travel, unlike other countries like Ghana, Nigeria, where people actually learn their languages when they travel, they can be able to, communicate among themselves in their local language. But for Liberians, most of them, if we are not from the same tribe or languages, it becomes harder. So we don't have that common language we speak. So these are some of the challenges. So based on these experiences, I actually contacted one of my colleagues who was in Liberia at the time, Augustine. He's currently in India. To find someone who could actually speak and write the language. So that that's how the project started. It started early on as just the Weako project, you know. And then we got in touch with the late Paul Ricks. He was a lecturer at the time at Cotton University. So Augustine got in touch with him and he agreed to have, you know, him videotape. Like so we used to do the video in the classroom. We started with the alphabet in the Quetta language. So at that time we were just the Quetta project, and this was in 2020. And I did the first recording. So if you go on our YouTube page on the first video you're gonna see will be this video. So this video, I just took my phone and did the first recording. So we launched the project today, and it was actually meant to enable us to be able to learn our native language, especially people who didn't have the opportunity to learn languages as early. Yeah, so that's a little back then. And then later on, through this project, you know, I got to know how to say happy birthday in my native language, you know. So like in Kwele, we say Ima Sorbo Greku Ngoli Negri. So one thing about language is that language is explicit, right? Like in English, we just say happy birthday. But in the language, they try to give a description. Like for example, we say Ima Sorbo, like the day on which you were born. And then linear, which is happy day. So this is linear. So you will see it appear twice. So they want to make more emphasis on that. Yeah, so that's one of the beauty of our languages, you know. So you don't, you know, you don't need a kind of like dictionary to be able to define this one as well. So it makes everything clearer. And then one other thing I also observed, I'm going to show you the language family in Liberia. But one of the things we have observed is that all of the languages in Liberia, they all have the same sound vowels. So we have the A, E, I, O, U, E, R. When the vowels are double, we also give them kind of long sound like A, E, I, O, U, E, R. So it's interesting. So it means that because most often the vowels are the one that actually help to make the word, you know, sound right. So if the vowels are the same, so it means if I know my spelling very well, so it means I can see the Bassa word and maybe try to pronounce it, you know. So that's one thing I actually learned while working with the language experts. So again, so this is the diagram. So if you did a you know, for people who studied in Liberia earlier on, or what we call social studies. So all of the languages in Liberia belong to the Congo or the Niger Congo language family, and we have like 3 groups. So we have the Mende, the Mer, and none of the Kwa. And then these are the subgroups. So the Pele, the Bassa, the Pele, the Mandingo, the Mende, the Dan or the Gio, they all fall within the Mende. And then we have the Mer or the Southern Atlantic. So we have the Kisi and the Gola. And then for the Koa, we have the Bassa, the Crown, the Bele. You know, so these are the 3 major groups. So Liberia has, let's say, around 16 or more than 16 languages. So for now, we have like 16 of them, but we actually have more than 16 languages. So who are we? I know, so the Liberian Language Institute, like I said, we started first as the Weako project, we still exist today, but now as a subdivision of the Liberian Language Institute. And then last year when we had our launch program, we actually had another name which we call the Liberian Endangered Language Project. And for us, the word endangered was key, and we still maintain that word. I'm going to explain that in a minute. So who are we and why do we exist? You know, so like you were told earlier on. So the Liberian Language Institute is a non-profit organization. We are fully registered in Liberia. So we are a group of Liberians, you know, who have committed themselves to revitalizing, preserving, teaching, and also promoting our local languages or our indigenous languages. So we are working to ensure that people can actually, or Liberians in home and abroad, can actually learn their languages and can be they can be free to speak them anywhere, and they can learn how to write them, and also to see how we can also represent the languages in the digital space. I'm going to talk more about that on the AI aspect of this project, and then we want to ensure that these languages are actually documented and then passed over so that even our great grandchildren will be able to still come and see the work we have been doing, and they can be able to learn their languages. Yeah. So why do we consider some Liberian languages to be in danger? So one of the things is that language is identity. So our languages carry our history. They have some wisdom, knowledge, some songs, that we need to maintain. So what happens is that when a language disappears, so our way of seeing the world actually disappear with it. And that's one of the things we don't really want. So currently there are about 7,000 or a little over 7,000 languages. And it has been estimated that in a century, about half of the languages will be gone. So in Liberian languages are part of the 7,000 languages. So that's one of the reasons why we're actually taking some of these steps to see how we can actually preserve our languages so that they can be among the native languages. So, but the truth remains that most of our languages are actually erased because children are not really speaking them or learning them. Take, for instance, in Monrovia, these languages are not officially taught in our school system. Daily life in Liberia, especially Monrovia, is dominated by colloquial or the corrupt version of the English language, or sometimes English. And most of them, our parents are not really speaking the languages of the children. It actually put these languages at risk. And to give you a clearer definition of deeper meaning of endangered, so UNESCO has this category, right? So we have a language can be extinct. So when it's extinct, there's no speaker available. Like no one is speaking the language. Like everyone is dead. A language can also be critically endangered, meaning only a few people speaking that, and it can also be severely endangered, meaning only grandparents speaking the language, and can be definitely in danger, meaning only children no longer learn the language at home. And these are some of the cases we actually see in Liberia. And a language can also be vulnerable, meaning children speak them at home, but they don't use them in formal spaces. So with these categorizations, we see that Liberian languages actually fall in most of the categories. So they are actually at risk of disappearing if we don't take action now. So what are we doing about all of these things we are seeing? So one of the things we started doing early on was teaching. So we have like some online sessions, and recently we started in-person classes at the Liberian Language Institute. So we have students from the US, Canada. Our first student was Aliyah, who actually contacted me when I was here in Istanbul. So we have students from Australia as well, and also Europe. So we have people expressing interest, and we've been teaching not only Pele, but Basa, Loma, the Ma or the Mano, the Kisi, the Bandi, and so on. And one of the things we have been doing also is that to promote these languages through content creation. So we created our Facebook page where we actually share some content, some teaching materials as well. And then recently there have been improvement. People, for instance, we have the national language is being sung now in Basa and Pele. The Pele version was released recently. So we also share that on our Facebook page. And we are actually been encouraging people to actually learn or to be able to speak their languages. And we've been trying to develop some applications, and we also developed the Pele keyboard, and we are also building data set that we can use in for technology, especially in NLP, that's natural language processing. We know AI is now everywhere, but how do we build our own AI system that can actually understand our native language? So these are some of the what we're trying to do. But to build such a system that requires a kind of accurate data set. So we have been working harder. We published some paper. I'm going to show that in few seconds. So this is actually our growth on one of our social media platforms. This is Facebook. So we started around 2020, and then last year we launched. We were around 5,000 in March when we launched the program, and then we sort of kind of increase. So right now on Facebook we have uh, close to 50,000 followers. So it actually indicates that, or it tells us that Liberians actually want to learn the languages. People getting to know the importance of the language, because in the past, we didn't really attach some values to our languages. For instance, if you are using Yapawolo name, people gonna laugh at you if you say I'm Yapawolo. The people want to hear name like Jackson, Jefferson, Johnson, right? So we were told that these languages won't carry anywhere, but it's actually the opposite. So our language is our languages are our identity. So the increase in the numbers of followers actually indicates that what we are doing actually has potential. The message is actually going across, and people actually want to learn their native languages. So one of the things we did was, like I said, we developed keyboard for for the Quella language, and they also have an existing keyboard from Leptralo, because Leptralo is one of the organizations that have been in existence since 1995. So Leptralo keyboard actually allows you to tap in any of the languages in Liberia. But what we developed was a kind of version of that keyboard that's specific for Quella. So this is currently available as a virtual keyboard that anyone here can actually install on their personal computer. And one of the things we also been doing is that, so these languages, they are actually written, the one we read today, they are written in what we call the Latin characters, right? But the official script, so for example, here, this is the official Quella script, the one that was developed by Chief Billy from Sana here. But the problem is that these are not been encoded in the Unicode. So it's harder to be able to tell using these special characters or the official Quella script. So one of the work we've been doing is that we are working with a Charles from Yale University and also Yusuf from Uppsala in Sweden, so to see how we can actually get some of these tests to encode the official Quella script in a Unicode. And that work is actually ongoing. Dr. Giddings, he's actually the main experts working on that, and we hope that the official Quella script will be encoded in the Unicode. We have written some textbook. The Oprah story is one of them. I know it's controversial, but it was one of we call the hidden Quella rules. So when Oprah did her DNA test, when they traced her, they said, oh, she had over 89% DNA, matrilineal DNA to the Quella in Liberia, and some other tribes in Cameroon as well. So this book is on Amazon. Is about that story. We also have Mr. Well, he did a translation of the first 5 books of the Old Testament of the Torah. So this book is currently available, and we have other textbooks. Letrana has written lots of textbooks as well. Yeah. So one of the things we did, we also, like I said earlier, so we're trying to build data set. So the first data set we built was, we actually published it last year in the African NLP conference. That conference was held in Austria. So we published the first publicly available data set. So we had over 2,000 sentences with over 2,000 words. So and what we're trying to do currently is the data set we're trying to do a kind of recording of that, so we can be able to develop maybe a text to speech, or we do some translation model, especially for people into the AI will understand that aspect. So Dr. Dole is from the university, he's an assistant professor from university. So he's one of the strong collaborators who are actually been helping to provide some compensation for experts, especially when it comes to the translation work. Yeah. So what the data set actually look like? So So what we do is we take every English word or phrase, and then we try to write the Quella equivalent. And this is not only limited to Quella, so this will serve as a template. So what we're going to do is the same data set, we can just take the data set and remove the Quella and then pull the other language, for example, let's say Kisi, or let's say Loma. So for instance, come, let's go, in Quella is Pakule. So we need high quality data set so that we can be able to train or build some model in the system. So this is how the data set. So we have like, we need to build, or we need to have millions of sentences with their Quella equivalent, you know, to be able to have a kind of system that actually understand our native languages. So we also did a kind of pilot project. Because one of the problems in Liberia, most of what we do here, especially when it comes to government, everything is in English, right? Like the arrest agenda, take the arrest agenda, for instance, everything, I haven't seen any translation of it in the local languages. So in Liberia, you have overall maybe 50 or 60% of the population who can actually understand standard English. I may be wrong, but and we also have people who live in rural Liberia. So how do we get them to understand what the government actually doing, or what the government intends to do? For instance, the arrest agenda. What's the key message in the arrest agenda? Most people are unaware of that, you know. So one of the things we did was we actually took the arrest agenda, we got a summary of it, did a translation, did a voiceover, and we created a video. I have that video. Maybe towards the end, I can show you that video also on Facebook. So because one of our goals is that, you know, people should be able to understand what the government is doing, and you know, and the Constitution actually supports that. Article 41 talks about using native language, you know, especially when we are prepared for that. So right now we are in the preparation phase. So we hope that in the future, you know, we can actually prioritize our local languages. So currently we're also trying to increase the data set. We need over 5,000 plus. So we are working on it, and we're also trying to expand into other languages. So we done that for the Quella. So right now we're also doing the same translation for VA, and that is going to extend to Loma, Basa, Lema, and with time we're going to add all of the languages. So the goal is not to just see that few languages, but all of the languages. But we cannot do everything I want, because in a kind of limited resource environment where you don't have the needed support. And one of the things is that in terms of application development for AI, we're also looking at translation in specific domain. For example, a data set on education, agriculture, health, and governance. So we need to have some domain specific data. So we're also working in that direction. So another thing, recently I had a conversation with Barbara from UNDP. So one of the things UNDP is also trying to do is to have inclusive AI, you know, especially for low resource languages. So low resource languages are languages like the one we're talking about, the Liberian languages. So they don't have that huge data set available. For example, you cannot browse in Quella on the internet, but you can browse in French, you can browse in English, you can browse in Turkish. So our languages are low resource. We don't have that material to actually support. So in order to be able to build a kind of inclusive AI system, it means we have to do lots of work, and that's what we have started, you know. So it means we have to take ownership of that, and then, you know, to be able to do the translation so that the translation will be something culturally relevant. So what a big vision. So with all of what we say, one of the things we want to do after this year is to launch a national language day. So this will be the first time to have a celebration for our languages. So we are thinking about this. It's going to be hopefully at March. The detail I'm going to share it soon. And we're also trying to also find a land space for our languages, you know. And so we want to build the first language institute. So institution just dedicated to our languages, where we can have cultural center. We can have a department for the various languages. We can do research. We can do recording and so forth. So that's a bigger vision. So for the National Language Day, like I said, we expecting for it to be on the 21st of March. It will be at the Liberian Learning Center. We're going to provide more detailed information on about this event. Yeah. So here, so we're going to print a T-shirt where we'll have these symbols depicting or representing the languages. Okay, so recently the team, so we have some of our team members here, Samuel, William, Favor, this is me. So we already started an arrangement, to see where we can be able to get a piece of land. We've done some background investigation because we know this is Liberia. People can have a land, also try to sell to multiple, to more than one person. So we trying to avoid that. But we actually want to get a home for the Language Institute. And we started a campaign. So we want to raise around 5,000 Liberian, United States dollar to be able to secure the land, do all the necessary work, probation and so forth. So we have GoFundMe campaign started. I think 2 or 3 days ago, we've been sharing the link. And then we also want to be transparent with our followers. So every day we make we share publicly the progress, the numbers of donors, how many persons is going to be there through SendWave, through GoFundMe, and so forth. We also show the progress bar as well. Yeah. So to conclude, our languages, they are still alive, but many are standing at the edge of silence. So what happiness, so then, actually depends on what we choose to do today. So if we choose to take action to be able to do all of what we say we want to do, it means, our language is going to survive in the next forever, So we're going to document them, they'll be among the living languages. If we are now, we can protect these languages and we can be able to pass them over to our great-grandchildren and keep all of our stories, knowledge, and identity alive. And for the Institute, so we invite you, everyone on this call, and even those who are not here, we invite you to be part of this work. This is a quality work. It's not just for the team alone. We invite everyone here to support the project. We encourage you to learn your language, to be able to share the stories with others. We also encourage you to encourage your children to be able to speak their mother tongue, or to teach them how to speak. And we remain committed to providing resources, to working with language experts, so that we can have most of the languages easily available. Like what we're doing, for instance, for the Naquetta, you have so many videos on YouTube that you can watch from anywhere. Yeah, so this is our language. Our languages belong to us. This is our culture, and the responsibility is actually ours to be able to protect or preserve these languages. And to wrap up, I just want to express my sincere gratitude on behalf of our team, especially to the language experts. So Adadios is currently on the call. He's one of the language experts. So we have Mr. Smo from the Loma. We have Ibrahim from Bandi, Kran. So we have Sai is also Kisi, one of the language experts. So our team is, our team consists of like people from the various languages, and for each language we want to have like more than maybe 2-3 experts per language, So, but all of what we're doing, if it were not for them, we couldn't be sharing some of this work, because I'm not a language expert. I didn't study linguistics, by the way, but it's because of passion that we have interest and want to make impact. That's why we actually take on this project. But if you read my profile, I studied computational science, or the only part that I like, that link to what I did is maybe the AI component of it, the NLP and so forth. But we remain committed working with all of the experts, our team, some of the team members are on the call. We remain committed to ensuring that Liberian languages be part of the living languages, and that people will be able to learn and speak their language in any given environment. Uh, and so with that, I just want to say thank you, and my deepest gratitude goes to Liberian Heritage for organizing the event and in allowing us to be able to share the work we're doing. So we have our website. You can go to libia.org. You can also email us at info@libia.org. We have a number. We have our mobile money number. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you for the attention. I hope I didn't take all of the time. Thank you so much, and thank you for joining and being part of the process. Yep.
You are welcome, Dr. Weako. Thank you for such a beautiful presentation on our Liberian languages. We have our noble daughter of the soil.
Before we move on, Frida, there's just if you don't mind, there's a
Yeah.
question that's in the chat asking on Dr. Weako if so there are many efforts to create, are there any efforts to create mathematical and scientific books on our traditional languages?
Yeah, it's not impossible. It's actually possible. I think once I wrote or I shared something on our page, chemistry in Pele. Yeah, it's possible to actually take a chemistry book, for instance, or mathematics book, and then do the translation. Yep. But to do that, to be honest, it's time consuming, require working with the experts, people who have knowledge of the subject and both this English and the language, so that the translation will be correct. So it's just a matter of time and effort, but it's possible to actually have. I think that's one of the things, and thank you for that question, because one of the things we thinking of doing here at the Language Institute is actually collaborating with Ministry of Education, for instance, to see how we can introduce bilingual education, because studies are proving that you know children learn way better and faster in their native language compared to a second language. English is not our first language, to be honest. Okay, I have even with my level of education, there are some concepts something I was taught, I didn't fully understand it, but if someone had explained that to me in Pele, it would have been easier. Yeah, so it's actually possible, and we can do that, with effort, quality effort from everyone. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. So our next speaker is our dear representative. She's a Liberian, and she serves in her third term as a state representative of Colorado House District 40. Her journey is remarkable. She is the first African immigrant elected to the Colorado General Assembly, and she is the first Liberian woman to serve in any U.S. state legislature. She is also the president for the Liberian Surfing Federation. She is a successful small business owner, and she founded the African Chamber of Commerce in Colorado, helping immigrants and minority-owned businesses grow and succeed. She has an MBA in accounting. In public service, Rep. Riggs has shown what focused leadership looks like. She has passed law that protects immigrants, strengthen housing rights, support workers, and also promote fairness. Without further ado, I would like to present to you Representative Naquetta Riggs.
Thank you so much, Alfreda. Thank you guys. And, I wanted to just commend our speaker that just spoke about the linguistic aspects of Liberia and preserving our languages. That's so awesome. And the guy that helped you with putting the languages together, the Pella language has the last name of Rick, so I'm even more excited about that too. So,
Yeah.
and my name also is a Pella name, which means mother of civilization. So,
Oh,
I'm so honored to be here as well. Um, you know, it's great to have, when you called me, what was that, 2 years ago now or a year ago, Frida,
yeah,
talking
yeah,
to me
yeah.
about your vision of preserving our history and introducing our youth and our young people to our culture. I thought it was a laudable thing for you to do, and I'm so pleased that here you are on your second year, and you're keep going strong. So
Yeah.
I encourage you to continue to do that. But yeah, currently I am serving in the Colorado General Assembly. I'm in my 6th year as a state representative representing the 40th District of Colorado. And my job is very, very interesting. It enables me to create laws that are going to impact the people of Colorado. My district is about 90,000 people within my district. And my district is primarily like an urban kind of area, suburbs, bedroom communities. But we also have some businesses, lots of small businesses, because the area that I'm in is Aurora. And a lot of you may have heard about Aurora because, there was a lot of talk about how the Venezuelan gangs were overtaking Aurora. So some of you guys may have heard some of that, and which a lot of it was untrue. There were some gang members that were in an apartment building that, were doing a lot of gangster activities, but then the police had gone in there and kind of cleared things out. So it wasn't what was being reported. But, as immigrants in this country, we know that, these are kind of very interesting, trying times, as we look at what's happening around the news and all of that. So I am so pleased to be representing our state, and Aurora is the 4th most diverse city in the country. So that, we have people from all over the world here, Africa, Asia, Middle East, Europe, everywhere. And so it's important for people to see people like us in office, carrying our voices there. And, I encourage any of you who are out there in the audience, have thought about politics or are interested, please, if you want to run or to be a voice for your community, I encourage you. It doesn't have to be the state rep. You can start as local as your school board. You could start as a city council person, and anything else in between. So, and I see that a lot of, other Liberians have taken up the call to step up to start running. We saw some wins in Philadelphia this past election, and I just encourage people, if you're interested, Elfrida can give you my information so that I can, help to encourage you, push you, give you some resources, and also be a mentor to you if you're interested in any of that. I was born in Liberia, and at the age of 13, my family had to leave during the military coup that happened, and we ended up coming to the US. My mom had a sister-in-law here and a couple sisters going to the university in Colorado, and that's how we ended up here. I grew up in Colorado, went to high school, and also to college. I started my own small business. After working in corporate America for a while as an auditor, because my background's in accounting, I worked as an auditor and I did accounting work. And then eventually I went off on my own as an entrepreneur. I had a fashion business, I started a mortgage business, and then eventually I helped to found the African Chamber of Commerce, which is an organization that helps small businesses, African
Oh,
immigrant businesses, and then also small Black-owned businesses.
sorry I'm late, man.
Can someone mute, please? Anyway, so we started the African Chamber of Commerce.
No, no. Oh.
Okay, who is this guy? I don't know. Can you guys get him out of here?
Mhm.
Elfrida, are we able to move forward? Okay.
Yes,
All right.
Oh,
let's
wait. I'm here. Sorry I'm late.
Okay.
I
But
am
can
late.
you mute? I'm speaking though. Can you mute? Okay. Anyhow, we founded the African Chamber of Commerce, where we help small businesses go through uh, what we call a business acceleration program, a 12-week program. We help them get certification, build a website, complete business plans. We also help them get access to capital, and is a joy trying to help to promote that. Another part of the African Chamber focus is to encourage trade and investments between Africa and the US. And to that end, we have done some business forums within Liberia. In 2022, when we're celebrating the 200th year of Liberia's founding, we took back John Amos. We had Roland Martin there, and we also did like this business summit. And I've been very active in the annual diaspora return, where we do stuff with small business, and we then recognize people that are in the diaspora in Liberia that are doing great work to help the country. Um, as a business owner, I think it's important that if you have, a lot of people have started small businesses during 2020 after COVID. And for some people, those small businesses have turned into a big business. But I encourage you to use your entrepreneur skills or your creative skills to try to always have, multiple streams of income. I think that is very, very important. I got elected in 2020 as a state legislator in the middle of a very tough, in the middle of COVID. When I declared in 2019 to run, my state representative had decided to run for the Senate. So when she declared, I really wanted to run, but I had a job with the US government working for the Census 2020. And because I needed that job to pay my bills, I could not just quit. I had to find another source of income. And so by December of 2019, the African Chamber was able to get a grant to do some work with the state of Colorado. And it was through that I was able to tender my resignation and then announce my bid for election. When I started to run, another Democrat had already declared a year before me, and he was able to grab all of the endorsements that were out there. All of the Democrats had put their hands and their hats behind him. And so when I came in, it was like, oh gosh, here she is running again. And my story is that I had run two other times because I was very, very determined to serve my community. I felt that when I looked at the General Assembly, there wasn't anyone there that carried the values and the lived experience as an immigrant that I felt those voices needed to have in the state capital. So if it was going to happen, I guess it was up to me to go do it. So I declared anyways. And then by March of 2020, what happened? COVID struck. And when COVID struck, everything shut down. So we had a tough primary, and the primary was in June of 2020. There's 3 weeks in Colorado. We have what they call mail-in ballots. So there's 3 weeks after the ballots are dropped or mailed out to the electorate for people to fill out their ballot and get it back into the clerk's office. So I had enough money. I had only raised maybe $12,000. And when I looked at my opponent's books, he only showed that he had raised 20,000. So there was a gap there, but I didn't think that it was an insurmountable gap, right? So I start running. I had enough money to send out one postcard at the very beginning and one postcard at the end. As we're running, every day my opponent had like $160,000 that people brought in addition to the 20 that he had raised for what they call an independent expenditure. And so they started mailing like 1 to 2 mailers every day. And then in the middle of things, I get a phone call from one of the voters who said, wow, Naquetta, I just received this really large negative mailer about you that your opponent has put out. Is any of this stuff true? So at that point, it was like, oh my God, I ran to my mailbox. I look in there and there's this 8.5 by 14 mailer in there. And on the mailer, it has, oh, this is Naquetta Ricks. She is the perennial politician. She's always running for office. And then they had all kinds of stuff questioning my integrity. Does she really live in the district? All of these things. Well, I didn't know what to do. I panicked and I was like, oh my God, I have no money to fight any kind of negative mail. I only got one. I got my program set and that's what I have. So I called my consultant, which is a group called Emerge. And basically they said, well, you need to just stick with your plan, don't get thrown off. So I got on Facebook and I took the mailer and I talked about the mailer. I told them that I was the Aurora girl and I was running to help our students to get back to school, make sure that we save our jobs, make sure, that we had our health care so that we could fight COVID. So all of these things. And I just kept running. After the 3 weeks ended and it was time for the votes to be brought in on election day at 7 p.m. when the ballots closed, they were showing, the returns, and it showed that my opponent was at 49%. I was at 49% and my opponent was at 51%. So one of the ladies that had worked on my team called me and said, wow, Naquetta, you did okay. Yeah, it's not a huge gap. The gap between us was like 100 and something votes. And so I got dressed. I went to the restaurant where we were celebrating with my team. We celebrated. We were happy, that they didn't beat us so badly yet, but we still, we were still there. By the end of the night at 10 p.m. when we left, the ballots were still being counted. And at that point, the votes had narrowed. We were at 50-50. Oh my God. So we couldn't sleep that night. The next day, when we woke up, we were like, okay, what's the vote? What's the vote count? Nothing. Finally, at 12 noon, Arapahoe County, where I live, updated the numbers. And at that point, I was like 50 votes ahead. So I was like, ooh, okay. 50 votes. I think there's still a lot of votes out there. I'm not sure what's out there. By 2 o'clock, my consultant calls me and he says, guess what? Arapahoe County just updated. You're now 220 votes ahead. And it was at that moment that I was like, oh my God, I could actually win this thing. And I started crying and like smiling and laughing. And, I finally went to lunch that day. And by 4 o'clock, when it updated again, I went up again and I was like 300 and something votes. So I knew at that point there weren't as many votes left out. But the reason why I won, and I won by 404 votes. So when you guys hear during elections and people say every vote matters, it does matter. Every vote matters. Your vote is your voice. Your vote is what you're telling people. I want you to represent me. I want you to carry my votes. And, here in Colorado, and that's for state representatives across the US, we run every 2 years. And that gives the voters the opportunity to not elect us again. So if I go to work in this 2 years and I don't show any bills and I don't do anything that supports my community can vote me out. Okay. And so 404 votes. And I attribute those votes to the immigrant because, even so, I told you earlier that I ran 2 other times before this. And whether I was on the ballot or not on the ballot, I went out there and I engaged our constituents, mainly the immigrant voters. And a lot of them knew what was going on in Washington, D.C. They were asking, is it going to be Clinton? Is it going to be Trump? But what they didn't know was who is their state representative? Who is your school board member that's representing you? Who is your city council? And I want to tell you that politics are local. So you want to know who those people are, right? They're the ones who are passing the laws that are going to impact your lives. The school board makes decisions for your kids, the education that they're getting, your city council sets ordinances, who's going to get a ticket in your city, all of those things. So it's very, very important that you are aware of what's going on. And you can tune into your city council meetings. You can go to testify. I know that as a representative, the work that we do, excuse me, is about representing you. So when I carry a bill, it's important that I get the voices of our community into the committee hearings. When I'm presenting my bills, then I want to have real live testimony from my my constituents, telling the stories about why this bill is important. And when my fellow representatives and colleagues hear the stories, that is how they are moved to vote for a bill, because it's not just one vote. It takes a collaboration of people. And so a bill becomes a law, because it's introduced. When it's introduced, you go to a committee, the first committee. From the first committee, if it passes out, it goes to the main body. And then from the main body, we have to vote on that. Then it passes the let's say the House of Representatives, and then it has to go to the Senate. They go through the same thing. They go through a committee there, then the full body, then it's voted out, and then it gets to the governor's desk. And that's where the governor signs it and the bill becomes a law. So just a little bit of civics engagement there, but I think it's important that people understand, the work that we do and why this work is important. I want to talk about my association now. One of the biggest things that I do in Liberia and that I'm really, really so excited about is the work that I do with the Liberian Surfing Association. In 2018, I was driving in Colorado in my car, and I was listening to NPR. I'm sure a lot of you listen to public radio out there. And as I listened on public radio, I heard the announcer say, um, Robertsport is the second best surfing waters in the world. And I was like, Robertsport? I was like, oh, wow, Robertsport is Liberia. That's Kipmount. So immediately I called a elementary school friend of mine, and she knows a lot about tourism, and she's like one of the foremost authorities on tourism in the country, Hester Baker. And I said, Hester, do we have surfing in Robertsport? She said, yes. She said, as a matter of fact, I interviewed the first surfer for my magazine. And I was like, you're kidding. So then I started asking a lot of questions. I was like, are there any female surfers? She said, yes. So my interest was very piqued, right? So by August of that year, when I went to visit in Liberia, we drove up to Cape Mount. Now, a lot of you knows the roads to Cape Mount are not the best, but it was like almost a 3-hour drive. And when I got up there, I met this very young, energetic, excited bunch of surfers. And in Kipmount, it's like the second generation, and now the second generations are having kids, and those kids are learning how to surf as well. But they were like, help us, help us. There were a group of some guys that were up there at one point from California, and then during Ebola, they had left. And so once they left, the surfers were just there. So it took me about a year to go ahead and start trying to get them recognized by the Ministry of Youth and Sports. I also got them recognized with the International Surfing Association, which is the world body that governs surfing. And then in addition to that, we also had to get, registered as a federation. And so since that time, since 2018, we're proud to say that, every year the Robert Sports Club, because we have different sports clubs. We have a grouping uh what is it? In Kip Palmas that also they're called Waves for Change. They're surfers and they do a lot of therapeutic surfing. There's some surfing that goes down in Morovia and all along the coastline. There's surfing, and our goal is to build these surf clubs all along the coastline. They can compete against each other in national competitions, but more excitingly, we did our first international surfing tournament in 2024, and that was so exciting because we had 5 different countries come. We had over 30 athletes compete, and people from Senegal, Guinea, Guinea-Bissau. We also had South Africa there, Nigeria, and of course Liberia. And my God, the look on the faces of our surfers when the national anthems were being played and the flags of each country that was participating came out, they were so excited. And this was not only just a surfing competition, but it also was a festival of music. So Robertsport turned out, Kipmunk turned out, people came from Morovia and it turned out. We had the ministers of government and dignitaries there. And, we have food, we catered, people sold their stuff on the beach. We had one of the top Liberian artists, perform for us. It was an amazing, amazing time. And I'm pleased to say that in 2026, we'll be coming back again, hosting that in May of 2026, and the dates are going to be May 28th through the 31st. So I encourage you, if you have any interest in that, if you want to be a sponsor in that, any of that, we're still looking for sponsors. But I know that most of you are here because you love home and the things that Liberia has to offer, uh, surfing, artistry, creativity, products. There's so much that Liberia has, even farming and opportunities, business opportunities. There's so much that we can take from here and go over there and leverage the experiences and the education that we have and start to improve the lives of Liberians there. But not only just improve their lives, but improves our lives, because in order to see the Liberia that we want, a lot of us complain when we go and we say, wow, they don't have the systems that they have here. But we need to take those systems, right? We need to create the Liberia that we want to see. Nobody's going to come and wave their magic wand and then all of a sudden, boom, we got this Liberia with the high-rise buildings and the great healthcare and great education. We have to go out there and do this. And, and we are able to do this. I mean, other nations have done this, people from China and from Taiwan, the people in Rwanda, all of these people, Nigerians, we have the expertise, we have that education. And I believe that God has put us here for such a time as this, for us to have these opportunities. There's many Liberians all over the world, not just in the US, but from Australia and China and Russia, all over. And I think that if we could just come together and continue to help to build the nation that we want to see, then we will have a Liberia that we all can be proud of. In closing, I just want to encourage you to stay curious, right? Curiosity is what makes people ask. I was curious about the surfing and I started to ask more questions. I actually went to go and see. So it's important that when you see something that tickles you, intrigues you, ask those questions and get out there and go be curious. Be curious about your heritage. I love what the young man that started this whole thing about our languages and writing that stuff down. The technology is all there. It's just a matter of stepping out. And it's not easy to step out, right? It takes work, but we have what it takes. And if you are really passionate about something, guess what? It doesn't even feel like work. You just kind of do it because that's what you need to do. Again, I said ask questions and to remain connected to Liberia. Our country has more to offer than many realize, and its future depends on those who are willing to carry the experience, skills, their passions forward. Liberia's story is still being written, and each of us has a role to play in shaping what comes next. So, my question to you today is, what comes next? What are you curious about? Go out there, go conquer, go change the world, go change Liberia.
Wow.
Thank you so much,
Good.
Representative Rex, for such a beautiful speaking that you gave to us. We are going to have people ask questions to our speakers, if there is any. If you're shy to talk, you can write it in the chat, and we are definitely going to, force it out. So, any questions? Let me check the chat. So my question to the Liberian Language Institute, I wanted to know, as far as future-wise, do you have classes coming up? Are all the local languages available that people can go to the institution and be able to say, well, I want to spell, I want to speak Loma, I want to speak Pele. Is it available? Do you have instructors there, or is it just the four that you listed?
So for the languages, we have expert for more than uh, I think more than 7 to 10 of the languages. So it's not only Pele, man. So we have I can list the ones available. So we have the Pele, the Bassa, the Kisi, the Bandi, the Kran, the Ma, uh, and and Gola as well. But we're still trying to work with some of the experts because uh, we have some of the experts who don't have access to like personal computer now to be able to teach online. Because online is much easier because you have like even in Monrovia, like you have people from distances, so not everyone will be able to come in person. So
Yeah,
so online, we have most of the languages available now. I'm going to share the website. So we have, in addition to the non-profit organization website, we have another website where people have been signed up. It's Quatonoma, which means one place. So it's currently on development. So we're going to share that, and you're going to see all of the like the names of the languages available. And so February, what we're gonna do, because most of the sessions have been like the online sessions have been private, but this February we're gonna introduce a kind of group session so that people can join from any part of the world. Yeah, so that will be in February. We already shared the form on Facebook. People can fill you can fill out the detail, you see the languages, and then we're going to announce the time available. So we're going to start with one session, and with time we can add other sessions as well. Yeah, because so from our own experience, like in the US, most of the private students, like everyone has like different time work schedule. So it has been challenging to have a kind of group session, but we want to try and see who's going to be available at social time, especially on the weekend. Yeah, so we have experts from most of the languages. Yeah.
that's great. Um, a question, yeah, how do we connect Liberian businesses to the USA? This is for Dr. Colbway. Is this a general question? Who is it going to?
I'm asking Representative Ricks,
Oh,
because there
okay.
are a lot of Liberians that are engaged in businesses, and I know when it comes to like food and other things, there are a lot of um requirements that has to be met. But just to give an overview, like when it comes to the Chamber of Commerce, how can that information be placed so that people can see it and work towards it? Because if you go to Liberia, there are a lot of foods that are just waste because people don't have processing facilities. They don't know that you can export these things and what are the requirements and where do they find this information to know that, okay, these are the requirements I need to meet if I want to do X, Y, Z, especially when it comes to business.
Thank you for that question. I think it's a great question. One of the things that we do is when we go to do these the diaspora connections there in Liberia, I think starting with the Liberian Business Association, the Liberian Chamber of Commerce there is a good place to start. And then there was something called AGOA, which was a way for Africa Growth Opportunity Act. I think that that was not renewed when this new administration took over, but there might, I think for each country though, they say that they're trying to engage directly. So connecting through the Ministry of Commerce, connecting through the Liberian Business Association are those are areas where you can, start learning what is required.
Okay.
You're absolutely right that there's a lot of food that does get wasted. And one of the things that we do see is that there needs to be more food processing opportunities, even like with our Liberian rice that we mail. People say they don't buy the rice because it has too many stones in it or whatever,
Mhm.
that kind of stuff. So we just need proper equipment, to mill our rice, to process our cassava into starch. I mean, I can tell you that, you know, cassava is a big crop. There's there's a lot of people who are allergic to something called gluten. And so so cassava is used for flour. Cassava is used, of course, in tapioca. Cassava is used for bread. There's so many uses to cassava. And so just from that type of farming, we can, you know, if you were exporting that, that can help, you know, or across Africa, the mangoes, you know, during mango season, you see stuff wasting. What if we were able to dry those mangoes and package that mango and, you know, be able to export it and send it there? So, I mean, so many things are papayas, you know, so all of those things, I
Our
think.
pineapple.
Oh, pineapples are delicious and organic, you know, so all of those things are important. And I think starting there is a good place. The Ministry of Commerce in Liberia, the Liberian business, Liberian Chamber of Commerce is another place. They will have standards and may be able to help you. And the Ministry of Agriculture too is a good place there in Liberia to start telling you and help you focus on how do you connect here, you know, in the US.
Okay, thank you.
I think there is a question in the chat here. Um, Dr. Jackson Weako, from the teaching experience, how can let me see, how long can it take to reach fluency in Pele? Just from the experience that you have.
Okay, I think that's a great question, right? But the answer is actually it depends on the individual, right? And so we had to consider the frequency, how often you're going to have a lesson in the language. And another thing is you need to have the courage, because language learning, you know, as we age in, it becomes harder. Even though there have been some few exceptions of people who got older and they learn multiple languages, but language learning, you know, at the younger age is much easier. For instance, you can take a 2-year-old child from Liberia, carry them to China, they can learn Chinese faster. So it depends on the frequency, the courage. When I talk about courage, I'm talking about, because some people, they're going to be shy. They don't want people to laugh at them, right? So you have to be willing to be comfortable being uncomfortable. So if you can take the courage to be able to, especially interact with native speakers, you know, maybe having maybe the increasing the frequencies and how often do you try to practice. I think it's going to help, but it greatly depends on the individual as well. But what we're trying to do at the Language Institute is that we like English language, for instance, they have these various levels, right? Then you have the A1, A2, or the B1, B2, or this and the C1 and C2. So what we try to do, basically, we start at the first level or level 1, you know. So we, and that usually for the in-person session, it goes from and we try to teach it the basic, you know, with more emphasis on the conversation. Well, we understand not everyone is going to write textbooks in the languages, but most people have interest in the conversation. So if you want to, for example, like the basic, like yeah, 2 hour you maybe in a few months you should be able to learn the basic conversation. At least when you come back to Liberia, you should be able to greet your people in the language. That alone will actually encourage you to be able to learn more. Yeah. So I'm not the one teaching the languages, but you know, because I've been working with the experts and the students, so you know, we know some of our students right now, you know, they understand basic conversation, but some still struggle, you know, again, they don't have uh, people in the US to practice with most of the time. So these are some of the times. So sometimes we have to even link them with people on ground that they can call and have conversation with them. Yeah, so I hope, even though it's not a kind of direct answer, but I hope it makes sense. Thank you.
Yes, it does. So it actually depends on the person. And if you just getting to know that local language, you don't expect yourself to uh be able to speak it fluently. You got to give it a little time. Right now, I'm tr actually trying to see how best I can encourage people, at least know like how to say hello, how are you, your name, or know how to say ma in your dialect. If you are identifying with the tribe, I notice most often people identify with the tribe when it comes to country league, but they don't really know their dialect and things like that. A person can literally sit near you and insult you. You won't even know that. So it's kind of it will be very beneficial if you say I'm a Liberian and you be able to say something about Liberia. You be able to identify something, and that's one of the reasons why Liberia My Heritage is coming in place of this, because for people in Liberia, they don't get these questions because they are all Liberians there. But for us that are in the diaspora, you get to meet a Ghanaian and say, "Oh, you are a Liberian. Can you tell me about it?" Like, and you are there, you can barely say anything. They speak the dialect, you don't say anything about your dialect. And then the funny thing, we think we are speaking English, but it's not actually English. When you get out of the country, that one you will know that you're not actually speaking English. But for people in Liberia, they think they speak English. I do have somebody with a hand up. It's so sad. Do you have a question? You can unmute yourself.
Yes,
Yes, and then
definitely. I do have a question, and this question is directed to the representative. I just want to say I really enjoyed your talk and everything you said. But my question is about you being a part of the African Chamber of Commerce in Colorado. It's kind of two faceted, I would say. The first one will be how can Liberians and Africans, build stronger businesses in America, and what would you say as a small business owner are mistakes that immigrants or Liberians or Africans in general, they make commonly that holds us back in businesses within the United States? Because we don't really have a big community as much as the Asians and its other communities, I would say. So, what do you think are the mistakes there that we make? So, those are my two questions. Thank you.
Yeah, hello. Thank you so much for your question. And where do you live? I'm going to just ask a question. What state are you in?
Massachusetts.
Massachusetts. Okay, yeah. Yeah. And here in Colorado, I think you guys probably have probably a large immigrant population. It may not be Liberian. And I think that's so, let's start out there. I think, most of the grocery stores, let's take just the examples of businesses that we can see around us. When people go into the market to sell, let's say you want to open a grocery store, I think it's going to be important for you to incorporate different ethnic groups, right? You don't go in with just the Liberian population in mind. A lot of the West Africans, the Caribbeans, a lot of people carry similar foods. So you want to expand, even include like the North Africans. So having that vision for a broader, customer group and customer base. Some of the things that small businesses need to be aware of is that they should do good planning, having a business plan when you go in, because small businesses typically 50% of them are going to fold within the first 5 years. Okay. And why do they fold? Because they don't have the working capital to be sustainable. So you don't go into business thinking that tomorrow you're going to be a millionaire. I mean, that's that rare opportunity or whatever that is. But usually it takes time for you to build your customer base, for people to come and see you before you start actually making a profit. So failure to plan, the lack of working capital, um, and then also you should do a market assessment. That goes back into planning. What are you selling? Is there a lot of competition? One of the things that I see that we do as Africans, let's say I own a tax business, right? And I'm successful. The next person is going to come right next to us and put a tax business right there by your business. Is that the way we should be doing it? No. I mean, find what your niche is. Find what your stuff is. You don't just, come and just copy somebody else. So here in Colorado, the biggest group that we have that from the diaspora is the Ethiopians. We got Ethiopian restaurants all over the place, but there's about 30,000 or more of them, that are here. So their businesses seem to be thriving. We have others that are, Nigerians and others. We do have a Liberian grocery store that's doing very well, etc. But I think do your market assessment and know what the market is for whatever you're doing, proper planning, make sure that you're well funded and capitalized, and make sure that you're always tweaking, the more that you can include artificial intelligence in what you're doing. It helps to make you more efficient and you don't need to hire as many people. So that can save you also on, employee costs. So all of those things I think are things that you should be aware of to be able to grow and to be able to scale your businesses.
Thank you.
Thank you. And somebody have a question for Dr. Weako. Will there be a fee charge for the language class?
Yeah, so for the group sessions or the group classes, we actually charge a minimum $5 contribution per month. Because this is Liberia, internet is expensive, and if the expert is coming online to be able to teach for an hour, that will require maybe a little over $1 or $2 to have that connection. And we also use some resources, like we use Google OnePlus. We use the premium version. We also have Canva, our design tool for content creation and other things. So we charge a little fee, to actually help us to run some of these programs, because we are in a kind of very low resource environment. We don't have official sponsor. We don't get funding for now from government. So we try to improvise. So we ask some little fees so that we can keep the program running. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Are there any more questions?
Yeah. So uh, sorry. Yeah. So I also want to say a big thank you to Congresswoman Naquetta Riggs, right? Yeah. So I have a question, right? From your experience, coming from Liberia, and I know there was lots of obstacles along the way. So if you were to give us maybe, a piece of advice or something to hold on to as a language institute, what would that be from your own experience, struggling to enter, or becoming the first, on the, Liberians from your state to be a congresswoman. So which lesson from that journey, can actually help us to achieve some of our goals at the Language Institute? Thank you.
I just want to, of course, Dr. Weako, applaud you, for taking that on. You guys are the first to, take on such a journey of making sure that we're able to capture all of our Liberian language specifically, and then I love the goal of being able to have language access for all of Liberia. It's so when messages are announced and come to the public that it's been done in the dialect and in the language of the people there. That's an amazing feat and a great goal. I think it's with anything that has not been done before, you're going to be the pioneer and you're going to be the one who's charting the course of this. There's going to be, of course, discouragements that come along the way. You will have the challenges and the obstacles, and those things. Funding probably is a deal. But I think with AI, and it sounds like you're making some really great partnerships, talking to people at Yale, Harvard, or any places that are interested in preserving language and linguistics. I think this is great. The journey's not going to be easy, but it's going to be so rewarding. And I think you're going to have generations to thank you for this work that you're doing. My dad spoke fluent Pele, but I mean, I only know a few sentences, Pakuli Maimi, Ilabagwe, those few little things, and that's it. But I mean, it's great to know though that if I wanted to get more fluent, that there is this tool that you have created and this opportunity for me to learn, a language or the dialect. So I just want to just encourage you, be encouraged, keep pressing, keep going. The journey will be tough, but I think that it's going to be well worth it. And the history books and the Liberian generations would thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Saul has his hands raised up. Do you have a question?
Yes, I do have a question for Dr. Weako and that of Representative Riggs. But firstly, I got a commendation for Dr. Weako and that of his team. This is commendable, and I want to say thank you so much for you guys have started. And our prayer and support is that you guys will make it true. But my question to you now, Dr. Weako, and you and your team is this. For those of us that work in East Africa before, we know how it is. I mean, when you work with East African, they got a national language, and once you are there, they just speak it. I mean, you don't understand it. So my question to you is this: is it your intention? Is it to nationalize a particular language, or is all about generalized knowledge of all our languages in Liberia? That's for you, Weako. Then let me just give my question, and I can just leave it with Dr. Riggs. Dr. Riggs, this is my question to you. You saw the need and you explored it. You had a connection, and you have started the process that is in the serving area. What is your advice to some of us or some of those that may see the need in a particular area and they have the passion to explore but do not have the connection or the resources? What could be your advice to them, or who could they link to, or how can you really help them through so that they can better Liberia or as you have started?
Again, every little thing starts with the we talked about curiosity, we talked about interest. Some people have a passion for healthcare, some people have a passion for art, whatever that is. I think you start to go with it. And in this work, when we do it, partnerships are important. So maybe you are aware of the opportunity. Now you need to go find some partners. Who is it on the other side, be it here, be it there in Liberia or somewhere else in the world, that can help you bring this to pass? So it would take research. Even sometimes you might need to partner with the government, going to go talk to the particular ministry and trying to see if you can engage there. I didn't know anything about surfing that much, just the fact that, wow, Liberia has the second best surfing waters in the world. I was like totally stoked and thrilled. And then I was like, wow, they talk about our Ebola, they talk about all these things, but we never hear this. So, you started research surfing. Surfing is a $9 billion industry, and you're like, wow, how do we even get there? What do we do? There's so many challenges still, but the fact that, when we did the tournament in 2024, we were featured in surf.com, which is the top surfing magazine. We were able to be carried on social media and seen on CNN Africa, all of those things. We have just touched the very tip of the iceberg for what is possible. The whole Cape Mount area, all of this stuff. But, you just keep going. I think you just start little by little. And I think that when God opens a door and you walk through that first door, all the stuff just starts to brighten up and open. So I would say, be thinking about who you could partner with, collaboration. Sometimes we don't trust each other, and I understand that. So you need to work with people who you think are trustworthy, but you can't build anything just by yourself. So you need to find people that you think you can trust and you can push forward to. And maybe you might not have the money. We don't have the money to do what we're doing. We have to raise the money. It just doesn't automatically drop from the sky. But again, you keep working, you keep going, and you keep pushing forward. And that's like any big thing that you see that you want to do. So that's what I would say. Just get started. Don't worry about all that you don't have. Get that idea and start trying to push it through research, and get understanding. And I do a lot of praying myself. So I'm a woman of faith, and I would say, knock and the door will be open. Seek, you will find, and ask, and it shall be given to you. And that's what I would encourage people to do.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Kolber, for that question. I think that's one of the questions we often receive at the Liberian Language Institute. But before getting to the actual response that you want, for us, one of the things we considering is that we have this mindset that no language is left behind. So we want to level the playing field, give everyone the opportunity to be able to learn their native language, because every language has the value, or there are some stories, something unique about every language. So we want to create the environment where people can be able to learn their native language. For instance, I can be Kwele, but I can decide to learn Kru. I can decide to learn Basa, So when it comes to having a national language, like I know in other countries like maybe Rwanda or Nigeria, or let's say Ghana, for instance, they have the Twi and other languages that are spoken. For us, what we believe is that we believe if the resources are available, maybe at some point in time, government, even the citizens themselves can actually decide, say, okay, let's have a kind of national language, even though we're learning all the languages, but let's have a national language. And that we think can be done through maybe a simple referendum. And we can see that one of our languages would be a national languages. But having a national language doesn't mean that we want to disregard the other languages. No. So we our goal is to teach all of the languages, and then give people the opportunity to learn. And then, at some point in time, as a nation, we can decide to have a national language, which is going to be helpful for everyone. Because one of the misconception people had, like during the war, people try to say, oh, language, people were killed, because I think that was actually done, due to ignorance. Because if you blaming someone, if you blaming languages for killing someone, like trying to blame a nerve, like someone uses a nerve to kill someone, you try to blame a nerve for that. No. So we want to open up, leave a space open, give everyone the level the playing field, and then at some point in time we can decide as a nation to have a national language, and that would be great. But to have a national language, to say, okay, this language is going to be, so it means you have to have resources so that people can be able to learn. So if we can create that space, and I think we can have a national language and still learn our local languages. Yeah. Thank you. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, you did. Thank you.
Yeah, Jeremiah was saying if Peda is a national language, but I think he already answered that. So his other question is it taught at the university?
So currently, yes, Peda is being taught at the University of Liberia. So I was in conversation with one of the language experts. I think it's Pele and Basso currently being taught at university, and also at Cortiton, Pele is also being taught. So Aaron is Aaron Pope. He's the Pele language instructor. He's also one of the expert working with us. He's been teaching most of our online sessions, even most of the video we share on Facebook. He's been one of those. So yes, Pele has been taught, and I think Basso has also been taught. Yeah.
Yeah. And then another thing to note, I was speaking to one of my aunts. She was telling me way back, Liberia had Pele and Va. You had to like either learn Pele or Va before you graduate. So I think that's something, the Ministry of Education can look into, not just having just two, but have all the dialects accessible to people. Like right now, I will want to, get learn my Basa instead of me going to learn French because I have no means, especially Liberia. We don't go to like the French territory. Um, so they could remove French and put like one of the dialects there that at least people can be able to know the dialects. It's very essential. I think Liberia is the only continent in Africa that we are so civilized and travelers all, have voiced that out, that we do not speak our dialect, our tradition is not really heard and seen. So I have taken most of the time. I saw your hand up. Was there another question?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask a question to the Dr. Waco. Um,
Yeah.
what would you say in your experience with the Language Institute is the most widely spoken language in Liberia, all across the country?
Of
Apart from English.
yeah. We are also teaching in Kolokwa, by the way. From our own experience from the Language Institute, we have seen most of the people they are signed up for Kwele. Kwele is leading, and followed by the Kwele, we also have we have had more than I think 5 students in VAR for the VAR language. So we have Mr. Sherman, who is currently in Ivory Coast. He's been teaching the VAR. So Pele it has been Pele VAR in Baza as well. So we also have people signing up for Baza. Yeah. So for the Pele, I think it's no surprise because I per our sensors or data better constitute about let's say around 20% of the population. So that's around maybe close to a million of people, right? Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. So I would like to take this time to say thank you to each and every one of you for honoring the request to attend this seminar. I hope you enjoy it. This is new to us, and I'm open to any suggestion that you may have from this meeting, because I would like to improve and grow on whatever process that I'm trying to execute. In light of what Representative Riggs has said, she spoke a little bit about herself and then talk about the surfing. I noticed of late, a lot of the Liberians have been putting in a lot of talk about what in Liberia to do and things like that. So with this initiative that she had brought to us, I hope that we'll be able to look further into it, because our country needs to have something that, we can have people all excited about. And I think the surfing is going to draw a lot of attention. If you need any questions, you want to help, assist, she's open to be able to like answer any questions or seek any advice in order to help that sector. And also for Dr. Weako, he's actually on a very, very good assignment to preserve our culture. If we lose our dialect, it won't be an easy thing. We are going to lose our culture. We are going to lose our nation pride. So please, they have the institution, try to reach out to them in order for you to at least learn your dialect, help the initiative. And that's it for our program today. I hope you enjoy it, and message me if you have any thoughts or concern. Everybody, I wish you a very good day, and thank you
Bye-bye.
again. Thank you so much.
Bye.
All right, bye.
you, Frida, for hosting us. Thank you, thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Thank you. And
Samika.
good night, everyone.
Thank you. This is really great.
Speakers, bye.
All right, bye, everybody.